to survive to harass another day, and I think Parting's pretty well defended back at home.
One big thing here is there's no prism, so if a force field goes off and like this Immortal gets caught on it,
oh yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah.
Well, that would obviously be super bad. Hopefully that's not what ends the game.
Prism is coming now, so once the Prism is out, you don't need to worry about it. This looks like it might be a contain. I really like this play from Hurricane.
Do you think he's going to try to expand behind us?
Yeah, he should, but it looks like he's not containing now. Maybe a little bit scared. The Prism's going to fly through the circle. It's kind of annoying.
How nervous do you think Hurricane is at this point? Because he's like on the cusp of making it farther than he's ever made it in any tournament ever.
He looks like he's not nervous at all. Like he's so calm and collected with his scouting and like his attacks and stuff. The attack was a little bit botched, but honestly, I don't blame him for thinking he can break that. It feels like so far that nerves haven't really been affecting him.
Yeah, well, shield batteries are pretty good at
that.
Man, finding the Oracles just immediately, completely shutting them down. He's going to try to get the recall off. Still one of them going down. Man, Parting just can't do anything this game.
Yeah, the only thing is the worker count is kind of scary for Hurricane, but he hasn't taken a nat, so he can't utilize the extra probes right now, Parting that is. But once the nat finishes, he can transfer more probes over, so far this game might be a little bit in favor of Parting, actually.
Really? I mean, I was really surprised that he was able to get his Nexus down so much before Hurricane. I thought he was just going to put it down when he knew he wasn't facing any pressure.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just seeing the lack of a Warp Prism that clues you in?
Clues you into...
Like you're not about to die to anything.
Nah, I think Parting knows how many units he killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that he can take his natural pretty quickly because of how many units he actually killed. Like realistically, how many units can you have? If you're producing off of all your gateways the entire time, he should have more units than you, assuming he also produces off of his gateways.
Yeah, so what's the only better way you could have played that? Just not try to force up the ramp there?
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, this is certainly be a...
He needs to drop and then recall. I don't know if he's going to try and get it out.
Or just run away. Yeah, spoiler alert, unupgraded Warp Prism.
Drop it? Okay. That would have been so scary. Oh, he's not even recalling. Interesting.
Wow, he's just going to walk back home. He's got the rescue force there to save those lonely Immortals. It looks like Parting is feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah. This is nice. If he sits on the other side of the circles, it's basically impossible to engage into this.
Yeah, so these circles are probably the weirdest thing about this map, and also something that maybe people don't totally understand.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I mean, once you commit to walking through there, you're kind of stuck. Look at all those force fields. That makes it even...
Oh, the Immortal getting picked up with force fields.
Better force fields for Parting. He's able to retreat a little bit through that slow field, and you can tell Hurricane does not want to follow him.
Disruptor on the way. I really like the call of Disruptor. He's just going to buy time for the Disruptor, I think.
Yeah, how are you going to push through force fields, slow fields, and disruptor balls? That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, if one disruptor gets on top of the circles, there's no way you retreat fast enough. You have to pick up with the Prism.
Making it too easy. Well, Parting is not taking no for an answer. He's pushing through the slow field. But where's
this is a bit of a bait. The disruptor is out. We should see it.
Where is it? It's on the high ground, right?
Yeah, it's on the high ground.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Oh, there's a warp in, so that could make it very, very good. Oh my God! Huge disruptor hit right off the bat, and you know it doesn't guarantee that Hurricane's going to be able to hold here, but it certainly puts him in a good position. Force fields trapping some of those sentries.
Oh, that's a big pickoff. Okay, he saves it. If Hurricane gets momentum, this is going to be it for Parting, but I don't know if he can do it.
Yeah, another disruptor hit's coming up too, so there's no way that Parting can stay there. Look at the probe count, by the way.
44 to 19. This has to be it.
Yeah. If he doesn't kill him now, then this is basically it. Can he take out the Warp Prism? Yes, yeah, just barely. Those Phoenix.
I didn't know the Disruptor Ball actually gets slowed by this as well.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I would have assumed, like you did, that it makes the Disruptors much better.
It's really weird because certain things, like obviously you can blink over it. There's just certain things that don't affect it. Also, barracks don't build slower in the fields. Like there's a lot of weird things about it. I just assumed the ball would move the same speed.
Yeah, so if there's an SCV building a barracks in the slow field, the SCV isn't slowed.
No, it is slowed, but the barracks is built the same speed.
Well, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, well, this is basically it for Hurricane. He has 19 workers back at home. He's got to do it here. A nice lift on that Disruptor. It's no more balls in here, and the Immortals just can completely go into town. I think Parting might have this.
This is a hard fight to call. This Phoenix is doing so much work right now. 13 probes go down. Well, Prism is here. He can pick up these Immortals.
There's a lot of damage to be done, and yeah, there's Warp Prism Micro for sure.
I think he can break this. It's close. It's really close.
You know, he does have those shield batteries on the high ground if he wants to retreat to that.
Adepts don't take extra damage from Immortals. They do so much damage.
Doing a great job tanking up those shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Les Stalkers is actually kind of good. He's got to lift it up.
Oh,
though.
this is so good.
Oh my god, he's losing all of the
Oh,
immortals.
he lost an immortal.
This
Oh, the immortals are
last-ditch
down.
push from Hurricane does it.
Okay, that was incredible defense. Or offense. He was 14 probes to 44.
I can't believe that, like, so the first time he tries to break up the ramp and can't quite do it, it puts Parting in an actually okay spot. The second time he knows that he just has barely enough. The control with a Warp Prism versus no Warp Prism, so gigantic.
He had to go for it. This was all or nothing. If this push failed, he was dead, and it was such a close push. The Disruptor did absolutely nothing. He had less immortals, but he had better, more adepts.
Yeah.
It was a really, really close fight.
Wow. Well, for Parting, you know, he's...
That's got to feel bad if you're Parting, because Parting was ahead for most of the game, I think.
Yeah.
Like, defending that push, he felt really good for him.
And for Parting, I mean, he's used to, I think he's beaten Hurricane the last, like, 3-4 times they played against each other.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's just kind of used to beating up on this guy. And for Hurricane, you know, I think this represents, like, a huge increase in improvement. Because
He has a ton of momentum right now.
you know, Hurricane used to actually stay out at your house, and you know he trained super hard, and then he would get to like a really heartbreaking moment in a lot of the tournaments where he wouldn't advance,
right.
and it feels like all that hard work really just like was for nothing. But it feels like finally it's starting to pay off.
Yeah, he looks really well prepared for this tournament. Like, he seems to be really well prepared for PvP specifically, which is great for him because he's going to play at PvP.
Well, yeah, no matter what. And in fact, if you're good, good at PvP, you're probably just going to have a pretty good time in most tournaments. In fact, it's kind of ironic. The StarCraft 1 tournament that's going on in South Korea right now, the KSL, has an all-Protoss semifinals and now finals that's happening a little bit later on today. And so for GSL to also have the potential of mirroring that, I think is not unexpected.
Yeah.
But we'll see how the second series goes.
It's very interesting because we obviously expect Maru to be in the round of 8, round of 16 at least. Like, there are tons of players that should have been here that aren't. And
yeah,
that's an interesting thing to happen.
So many amazing players like Maru, like Rogue.
Rogue went out. Solar went out. Like,
yeah,
there's tons of good
Solar.
players that went out.
What's happening? I don't know.
So it feels really weird. This is like, I feel like someone's constructed this bracket for Classic, though. You know what I mean?
So
like, let's take out Maru, the guy who beat you. Let's just give you a bunch of Protosses and see what happens, you know?
Classic's PvP probably the best in the world?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic's the best at basically everything.
So
except
Classic,
for Maru.
right now, if you guys don't know, I think this is his last season professionally playing before he enters the military service. He might have one more.
Possible he plays Season 3, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure exactly how that works out, but basically it's coming down to it. He's one of our older StarCraft 2 pro gamers out here, and so basically he just doesn't have that long left. He's old Yeller. He's almost home.
It's actually very inspirational, I think, that his age just hasn't really affected him. Like, a lot of people used to say if you hit 27 or whatever, you're just done, or 25.
What was the cutoff? I mean, we've got like...
It was pretty young. Like, I think I would already be out of the cut.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And I'm not even that old. I'm like
You're so
23.
old now, Jake.
Like, Brood War specifically was like that.
Yeah, but now we have the best Brood War programmers in the world are also the oldest in a lot of cases.
Crazy, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're
going
back into more PvP.
So this is Thunderbird coming up.
Thunderbird.
And I mean, this just looks like the craziest PvP map. I don't even know what to expect here.
I expect proxies.
Oh, for sure. Well, Parting asked for a break to kind of clear his mind and get his head in the game. And now, I don't know, but he's going to need a miracle to take out what looks like a very
scary Hurricane.
Powerful Hurricane, for sure. It's making landfall in the GSL, and it might just be making his best finish left. Let's get into Game 3.
Currently up 2-0, we have our boy
Hurricane.
It's a solid like 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10. I wonder who his opponent is.
I didn't even use Park. Park wasn't even talking.
That's right. That was hard vote for you. His opponent in the red.
A little bit fast. Little bit fast.
Oh, okay, I was compensating.
I'll give you a
all right?
6.5 out there.
Whoa!
6.5.
Whoa! I've been robbed here. I'm going to call for a...
We always do the Nick and Dan and just not say anything.
Oh, yeah, I guess. The caster chicken is always a solid option there. Well, Category 5 Hurricane currently.
Oh, Parting, we're from Taiwan.
All right. Nice to see some of you guys down here. I think the GSL is broadcast in Chinese, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. It's a pretty big you know, demographic.
Well, I think it's broadcast on Afrika. I think it's GSL TWZH or something. I don't know. But it's one of those channels. Shout out to those guys. I know Afrika Taiwan sends all of their players to play in the GSL
proxy
qualifiers. But yeah, you're not wrong. You definitely called this one correctly.
Oh, it's Hurricane's turn to proxy. It looks like they're both doing it, though. This seems to be very standard in PvP right now to just build your buildings on the map. I said this before the series even started. I don't know why, because I'm not a really good Protoss player, but they're just like, yeah, we're building our buildings on the map. It doesn't matter anymore.
Really good Protoss player. That's a little redundant there, Jake.
I said I'm not very good.
Well, I was just talking about the sentence, but you're right. I don't think I don't think we've had
Twilight.
a Protoss player really come out and just like really define things the way guys like Classic and I guess Trap to some extent.
Oh, Twilight.
But
what if we get
are
DT?
they really just
what if
going
we
to do
get
mirror
DT
builds?
versus TT and no detection?
And then we come down to the final building and it's just 2 DTs whacking away. That's how we know it's a skill matchup for sure. Well,
Okay,
I
I
mean,
gotta think about this because I've actually never seen the DT versus DT matchup, like proxy DT. It's gonna be who scouts it, right?
yeah, I mean, if you scout it, obviously that's the best possible scenario.
Okay, blink.
I wonder if there's a way you can kind of figure out based on what you don't see.
Yeah, possibly. It's hard to say. Okay, DT versus blink. So far, parting. Oh, he sees the probe.
No
okay,
way,
come
no way,
on.
no way.
He sees the
Oh,
probe.
that would have been huge. He had to have seen that, right?
He saw the. Maybe not. He was looking at it or not.
Oh my goodness! If Hurricane had the opportunity to see that probe coming from the proxy,
This might be a builder loss. DT obviously is really good against blink because you don't get a robo generally.
Yeah.
And parting is also getting a robo.
wow. I mean, I think Parting kind of big brained this one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is just a builder loss so far.
Yeah, being a little facetious there, but I mean, Parting's gonna not only find this probe out on the map, forcing a cancel on the proxy pylon. I mean, I think this is just basically the best possible outcome for Parting this
How
game.
many gateways? Yeah, it is. This is pretty all in. It should be pretty all in, but maybe it's not. If it's not all in and he gets a robo, it's possible, but the Dark Shrine is 3/4 of the way done already.
Yeah, I thought there was like a super like galaxy brain moment where Hurricane was trying to pretend like he didn't see the proxy and then counter it super hard, but he's not.
He just didn't see the probe.
Yeah.
It's hard to see because you had like a split second to be looking at the minimap because there's no warning.
Man,
okay, robo is coming.
if you lose to a build order loss like this hard, I wonder what that does to like Hurricane's momentum.
I think it doesn't do anything.
It's not over yet for sure.
It's so much better to lose a build order loss than lose like a straight up really long game.
Yeah,
If you lose a straight up really long game, you're like, oh, this guy's just better than me. If he just builds DTs and sends them at you and you lose, you're like, oh, okay, well, okay, this is actually perfect. Because he can force field. And he can buy enough time. This is actually like perfect defense against DTs. I was a little bit worried because his robo is not done still. Okay, here we go.
He's gonna be able to get through there. Nice force field.
Perfect. He should be able to get the Prism or the Observer out now.
Well, forcing that cancel on the Nexus is pretty big. He's gonna have another force field when that wears off. So
nice. This is so good for Hurricane because Hurricane still has his natural as well. And this DT tech is basically useless.
This is so good. Pro players are just like, well, I could get vision, or I could just block it and defend perfectly. Now, there is an Immortal back at home, so this Nexus is going to be allowed to come up. But now that there's vision or detection coming out here for Hurricane, I mean, Parting just didn't get anything done with that.
Yeah, this game is pretty even still, but I think it does tend to favor Hurricane in this position because he already has Blink and Parting does not.
Yeah, Blink is just going to be so huge, and even with these DTs, okay, he's going to Blink micro against the DT
damage. He's trying to block
damage.
the DTs.
Yeah, and just wait for this Observer to get in.
The problem is that DTs actually do a lot of damage, so if you block them and they just swipe your stuff, they basically all just die.
I was just pretending. Well, you know, there is only one Observer, so you probably have to wait for 2 or 3 before you really start getting out there on the map.
Okay, so here's the first deviation that we've seen. A Forge from Hurricane would say that he's probably going to want to play a macro game. The reason we say that is because you can't really be aggressive until your +1 finishes, right? It's a waste of resources.
Yeah, until that point.
And generally, your other person's going to be aggressive because they're not getting the +1. So we're just going to see like probably Hurricane playing more passive than Parting, and Parting being more aggressive. And if it isn't that way and Parting does play defensive, then Hurricane will be ahead because he'll have +1 and he can get +2.
Yeah,
right?
well, I mean, there is charge coming through, at least just now started, and a Warp Prism. So I mean, this is going to play into exactly what you were saying, Parting, trying to get out there and play a little bit more aggressively. but I don't really even know if there's too many avenues. Oh, what's he gonna see?
Scout. The biggest scout here is there's no
Wow.
Forge, right? No Forge, then we obviously know he's not, like we just said, he's not going to be trying to play that later game. And Parting scouts that Forge, so...
So Hurricane basically just knows he's okay to just chill out in his own base, right?
Yeah, and he throws down a Robo facility immediately, so it's time for Disruptor. Because Disruptor is very good defensively, as we know.
For sure. So he's going to be solid defensively on upgrades, on unit tech.
Oh, Parting throwing down his Forge. We might actually get a pretty relaxed PvP.
What does a PvP late game even look like?
It doesn't exist.
No, it's so confusing to me because usually you have some deviation that goes so chaotically well or poorly that the game just ends at some point. But
see, you can see Hurricane is already kind of preparing for this. So this is why it's really smart that Parting is just getting his +1. Because if he attacks into Hurricane, that's exactly what Hurricane is expecting.
Well, Parting got that Forge like you were talking about. Okay, there's the +1.
Yep.
Just now started, but it's way later. It's like...
It's way later. But
yeah,
that
+1's
also
almost done.
He's not moving out, right?
I mean, I guess.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because you're starting your +1, like I said, you're investing resources into it. It doesn't make any sense to attack before it.
Well, I mean, once he sees +1 done on Hurricane's units, he's going to know that he'll never have the upgrade lead.
Yeah, he might be like feinting a push here, but I highly doubt he ever commits. It would be really weird. Especially because Hurricane's going to have +1, so that would be a really poor decision.
Wow.
But he's going for it.
I mean, he's going for it right as Hurricane is trying to take this third base, and I mean, that's...
Is Hurricane's taking a third base?
Yeah, a little optimistic.
No. I've heard that this is the golden rule in PvP, that you never take a third base, ever.
I mean, I think that just makes sense compared to what we've seen from every other PvP, especially for the map being Thunderbird and all these crazy proxies happening. Like, I mean, disruptors are good. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Nice lift.
That was a nice hit. All the zealots going down. There's basically no buffer here. Almost no force fields from Parting as well. This should be a pretty decent hold for Hurricane.
Yeah, you can't even fit that many Archons up there.
Yeah, this is why I kind of said it's not a great decision. But at the same time,
immediate warp in, and boom goes the dynamite. All those zealots and the warp prism going down.
And Hurricane has a third.
I mean, that's just like kind of the win more at that point.
Look at these trades. Was it 2 zealots that died?
That's insane. What happened to Hurricane? He's been in the hyperbolic time chamber. He's been in that tropical storm Hurricane. Is really spinning up. I think this is just it. I think Parting just loses the game.
It's possible. He's being a little bit too aggressive, I think, especially because he has a third.
Huge disruptor hit, and that's just gonna do it, right?
Just GG. But he shouldn't, because I think he knows his tournament life is on the line here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not over. It's just really, 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 really bad.
Wow, nice save there at the last second on that Archon.
Wait. If he overcommits here, because there's actually nothing really here for Hurricane.
I mean, when you look at the army supply, though, it's double for Hurricane.
I agree, but look at this. Like, that army would get destroyed by zealots. What are you going to do, shoot a ball at yourself?
Oh, you're not wrong. I mean...
Okay, third base. That is a very ambitious third base.
Yeah, I mean, Parting just has to throw it down, I guess, to try to throw down. It's like, I mean, when there's no right answer, kind of like all the wrong answers are okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, when you're playing as Parting, you're just like, how can I possibly get back in, right? Because you know you're behind. And when you ask yourself that, you're like, okay, I have to play extremely greedy. Because obviously in a straight-up game, I would just lose. So you need to kind of cut corners to get back into the game.
You either like all in to try to do some crazy damage in a weird way.
Which
that's not going to work. Yeah.
So the only other option is just to take a third and play as greedy as possible.
I guess there is a way that we still get a later game coming through, but with +2 about to finish and no +2 anywhere near, I mean, Hurricane just has better units.
Hurricane is playing just the, win ahead, get more ahead game, which is the best way to play.
Said that. Yeah. And especially now that he's able to not only defend his 3 bases back at home, but get across the map and harass here. How fitting that it's DTs in this War Prism. Is it Zealots?
Yeah. It would have made sense to be DTs though, so I'll give you that. It actually makes more sense than Zealots.
Well, I mean, even just forcing the damage done here is almost too much for Parting. He's in such a bad spot. I mean, if anybody can come back, it's the big boy, but yeah, the DTs are just going to kill everything. Oh, man, I'm kind of looking behind myself to kind of see Parting's reaction, because this is just going to be one of such frustration. He 3-0s Hurricane in Super Tournament, knocks him out, and makes it to the quarterfinals, and now, or to the semifinals, and now Hurricane is about to repay the favor.
It said Parting doesn't have +1. He canceled it?
Oh,
Maybe he was trying to fake it. Like remember when the hallucination scouted the +1? You're like, oh, then I'm gonna take a third now, right?
You know that meme where after everything the guy goes, "Joke's on them, I was just pretending." That's kind of like what canceling that +1 is.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, but it's so all in, right? Which is why we saw the huge commitment and then it not work.
Yep. Well, I mean now it's even really not gonna work.
It's basically impossible to come back from this position. I don't want to sugarcoat it and be like, well, maybe if he does it. No, like he's got a better army, he's got a better upgraded lead, he's got better economy.
If we were better casters, we could fool the audience into thinking this was going to be a close game.
Well, maybe if he has a disruptor shot that kills his entire army and it's for Hurricane's
what if he disruptor balls his own army 8 times in a row, Jake?
Then he probably still wins, to be honest.
Well, here's the last-ditch effort, warping it back at home, but yep, this is totally well defended, and across the map, Hurricane just has an overwhelming army. Well, I mean, that's one way to do it.
Okay, I was memeing a little bit. If he kills this entire army with disruptors, then maybe he's got a game here.
That's not bad, but he just has only one more disruptor ball.
Oh, nice splits. One zealot dies there.
Yeah, right, really good micro, and now...
I mean, this is nice. This was really smart. I think Parting had the right idea. He just didn't have the game, you know?
Yeah, he just has no units now, and...
That's it. That's got to be it.
Hurricane is going to do it. He's going to push through into the natural expansion of Parting and get vengeance against his Protoss opponent who took him out 3-0. GG, Parting taps out Hurricane. Makes it farther in his career than he ever has before. The semifinals of GSL. So much hard work. Oh, I love it.
Oh, shit. That was crazy.
Oh, and that is the saddest look of, well, sadness.
Gotta be sad for Parting, especially when he was 3-0 at the last tournament. Oh, Hero coming to comfort him.
Yeah, especially when you talk a big game, you know, it sucks to not be able to back that up on stage. What a way to go, and for Hurricane, really just, you know, what a titanic rise.
He played a really great series.
Every single one of those games, you could just tell he was...
I'm actually scared for Classic.
Ahead of the game. Oh, well, I mean, let's not get it twisted here, but for Hurricane, I gotta know what he did to get there. So I think we are gonna head over to a nice interview with Hurricane.
I'm excited for this interview.
I gotta know what the secret sauce is. What's his MJ's secret stuff?
I bet it's just a lot of practice.
I hope so. I mean, he's always been a grinder. He's always worked super hard, but only now is paying off. Take it away, Andy.
Hello guys, we're gonna have an interview with Hurricane, the winner of tonight's match. Congratulations. Thank you.
정말 축하드립니다.
Wow, congratulations again. It's your first round of 8 of the GSL. How do you feel?
기분이 좀 저도 모르겠네요.
You know, I don't know what to say.
그냥 되게 준비하는데 많이 힘들었는데.
I've practiced a lot and it was hard.
올라가서 보상받는.
But I feel like it all bore fruit in the end.
이날만을 위해서 그동안
You know, you're practicing all the way until today's match.
아, 근데 진짜 너무 여기까지 오기까지 너무 오래 걸린 것 같고.
Climbing here, it's been a long run. It's been an arduous run. And I'll try to make the best preparation to make it to the finals.
취약한 프로토스전을 극복하고 돌아왔습니다.
You overcame your PvP matchup today.
오늘 어떠신가요?
How do you feel today?
일단은 제가 프로토스전에 대한 개념 자체가 아예
You know,
안 잡혀
my PvP has been really weak, and I've been struggling with it, and I've been practicing around it, of course.
안 풀렸어요.
And you know, it hasn't been all that easy. I've lost a lot, and I've gained a lot of stress as well.
연습하면 할수록
But as I've been practicing, I realized that my skills have been improving as well.
슈퍼 토너먼트 시즌 1에서도 0대 3으로
In the season 1 Super Tournament, you lost to Parting 3-0.
공격전에 대한 개념을 잡아오신 것 같은데 어떤 점이 제일 다를까요?
What changed from then?
최근에 이제 전진류 빌드가 많이 나왔었는데
Recently there has been a lot of strategies involving like the frontline strategies and the rushes. And I've started to ponder about my weaknesses and had a time for self-reflection. And you know, I tend to think better in the games now.
수정탑에 대한 위치를 그냥 다 찾던데요. 그럼 운적인 요소도 조금 있었다고
You know,
생각하세요?
do you think luck was an instrumental factor today?
말해서 게임이 오늘 되게 잘 풀렸어요.
Honestly speaking, yes, the games have been really easy today.
오늘 정말 남균 선수의 4강 가는 날 이런 느낌을 받았습니다.
Today is your day of making it to the round of 4.
때는 와, 나 4강 가나? 이러면서 굉장히 긴장이 됐을 거예요.
You must have been really nervous today.
시간도 요청하시고
And you've also requested a timeout as well.
어떻게 생각을 하셨어요?
What do you think about that?
일단은 저도 암흑 기사를 할까?
First of all, I was thinking, should I go for the DT?
상대가 움직임이랑
And
공격 생산하는 게 뭔가 이상하더라고요.
Then the opponent,
원래는 그냥
I felt like he was gonna pull up something
너무
weird,
이상해가지고 거기서 생각을 바꿨어요.
and then I reverted back to not going for the DT.
첫 4강을
This is your first round of 4
정말 막강한
ever since your debut in 2012.
대기하고 있네요. 죄송합니다. 김준호, 박용 선수와의 승자가 이제 4강 상대가 되는데요.
So depending on the winner between
원하시나요?
Hero and Dark, you'll be playing against one. Who do you prefer?
둘 다 너무 잘하는
They're
선수이기
both very
때문에
formidable
솔직히
opponents,
둘 다 까다로운데
and they're very hard to deal with.
연습해온 게 있으니까 그나마 푸푸전 하는 게 더 나을
Since I
것
practiced the
같다는
PvP a lot, I would like to
남준
play
선수가
against Hero.
확실히 푸푸전에 대한 자신감을 얻으신 것
Well, you
같은데요.
surely gained confidence in that
그렇다면
matchup.
GSL 세계 첫 4강
Your
각오를
first
들어보겠습니다.
GSL round of 4. Can you tell us your resolution?
이렇게 되게 오래 걸리고 또 제가
It's
GSL
been a long ride,
목표로 지금까지 게임을
and
해왔기
I
때문에
want to win the GSL,
여기까지 왔으니까
and I've came
진짜
here
후회
all the
없이
way,
또 준비해가지고
and I'll
4강도 꼭
practice
올라가도록
without regret
하겠습니다.
to make it to the
다시
finals.
한번 진출 축하드립니다.
Once again,
감사합니다.
congratulations. Thank you.
네, 이렇게 생애 첫 4강을 이룬 남규
All right,
선수를
thank you very
만나봤고요.
much, Andy, for your wonderful translations once again. Wow.
Very impressive.
I think Hurricane really kind of shocked a lot of us. And I mean, I guess that's in keeping with our theme of upsets this season, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say this was an upset. I thought it was more of a 50-50.
Okay.
But looking at the games, it obviously was not a 50-50, you know?
Yeah.
In that aspect, I guess it was an upset.
When I was looking at the illegal act like predictions or whatever, the 3-0 for Hurricane I think is the second least likely outcome. So really, really rare. Once again, a reminder: if you are here in the audience, make sure to keep your little raffle tickets that you got when you came in, because we're going to be doing a giveaway afterwards. We're giving away some photo books, some T-shirts, and I think some scarves as well. So don't throw those tickets away. Also, here's a look at the information for the finals tickets. It's going to be at the Freak Up Studio, so that's right here, and that is where you go to get your tickets. Actually, it doesn't have the links there, but that's going to do it for us. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, our second quarterfinal match.
추가로 생산된 사도 한 4기, 많으면 6기.
Crashing on the moon, calling mission control. Thought I'm getting higher, but I'm flying. I see the earth is spinning and I can't let go. Crashing on the moon, calling mission control. Is there anybody out there, or I'm left here all alone? I see the earth is spinning, but I still stand tall, tall. Now the time, I can see the goal. I know what you're thinking, but I never fall. Don't wake me, 'cause I'm dreaming. Million stars surround me and I'm feeling so strong. From 200,000 miles it won't just seem so small. Million stars surround me and I want to have it all. From 200,000 miles I'm coming back home. Got that chord again. Walking on thin ice, I have no one I can call. Thought I know the path, but it seems that I got lost. I wanna fight this feeling, sometimes you have to crawl, crawl. Walking on thin ice, I have no one but my voice. Forget about the path, I go and make my own. I'm gonna break this ceiling, gonna break this wall, wall. Now the time, I can see the goal. I know what you're thinking, but I never fall. Don't wake me, 'cause I'm dreaming. Million stars surround me and I'm feeling so strong. From 200,000 miles it won't just seem so small. Million stars surround me and I want to have it all. From 200,000 miles I'm coming back home. Got that chord again. Now the time, I can see the goal. I know what you're thinking, but I never fall. Don't wake me, 'cause I'm dreaming. Million stars surround me and I'm feeling so strong. From 200,000 miles it won't just seem so small. Million stars surround me and I want to have it all. From 200,000 miles I'm coming back home. Got that chord again. Do not push too much, 'cause it takes time. Do not talk too much, because it's mine. And I do it with small steps, and I have no regrets. No mistakes. Shine my black shoes, 'cause I wanna move. What do you choose? There are too many options. Do not take me down with the fears you've raised, because they are not mine. Running so fast like a shooting star till I hit a home run. Aim so wild I cannot be tamed, and with every step I take, don't you ever look through my sight. Aim so wild I cannot be tamed, and with every step I take, don't you ever look through my sight. Don't look through my sight. Get set, ready, go for the spotlight, like a Trojan horse, ready for the fight. And I do it with small steps, and I have no regrets. no mistakes. Wear my best suit, cause I cannot lose. Bumping up my mood. There are too many options and they can take me down. Everything is now in place because I hold the aim. Aim so wild I cannot be tamed. And with every step I take, don't you ever look through my sight. Aim so wild I cannot be tamed. And with every step I take, don't you ever look through my sight.
2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 2 Codex Renaissance.
Well, it's like Juliet says, parting is such sweet sorrow. Sad to see a former world champion go, but Hurricane looking stronger than ever, and now coming up next.
Yeah.
We have to...
Yeah, that was a really good game for Hurricane. I'm worried if Hero makes it out of this group still. It's going to be a really hard semi.
For Hero, it's certainly going to be sad. Hero has the weight of the Protoss world on his shoulders. How are we going to get to the best possible outcome of 4 Protosses in the semifinal if he doesn't
think that's
come
the best
here?
possible outcome?
Being a little bit facetious, our last non-Protoss hope, of course, is Dark, an incredibly strong Zerg player for the longest time out here.
Yeah, and he should be only practicing ZVP in theory.
Yeah, I guess that's the only matchup he's ever going to have in this tournament. So
if he can't do it here, Blizzard, we need something to be done. No, I'm just kidding.
It's truly a great time to be Protoss, whether it was Super Tournament or KSL or GSL Season 2. Yeah, the P symbol is showing up quite a bit. I love how when we go into game, it just shows the giant word Protoss on the screen. It's just like, well, there's lots of those here. But you know, I'm excited to hear what our players have to say about, you know, going into this tournament because, well, beyond that, I just want to see them draw each other. That's the best part by far.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm sure Dark will draw something really nice.
Okay, well, I'm not sure when we're going to get the chance to hear from them, but looks like that is now. Here we go.
큰일 났다.
토스라서 힘들겠다. 하지만 성호형보단 준호 형이 낫지.
장점 모든 스택이 다 고루고루 다 좋은 것 같아요. 단점이 딱히 안 보이는 거? 그게 장점인 것 같아요. 그냥 무난하게 하면 안 돼요. 그냥 베베 꼬아야 돼.
옛날에는 진짜 머리를 많이 쓰면서 게임을 했다. 심리전 항상 심리전 걸고. 지금도 근데 심리전 많이 걸더라고요. 근데 지금은 저도 머리가 커가지고 얍삽이는 좀 안 통하거든요. 그래서 좀 잘 이기는 것 같아요. 옛날에는 진짜 옛날 장난 아니었지.
멘탈? 영우 개인 방송을 보시는 분들은 알겠지만 종빠를 시전하면 또 쌍욕 나오거든요. 여기 통통 튕겨줘야죠.
제가 느끼는 거는 원래 군신 때부터 상위권만 좀 빡세다. 상위권만 좀 정발 잘 쓴다 이 느낌이었는데 지금은 만약에 5,800 토스가 있다 쳐요? 그럼 6,800이랑 다를 게 없어요. 분광기 태웠다 내렸다 태웠다 내렸다 그 사람들도 해요. 그만큼 지금 상황이 말도 안 된다. 심지어 질 때도 있어요 가끔씩. 불면자나 집정관도 오버스펙인데 분광기가 거기에 더해지니까 거의 그냥 까놓고 말해서 개사기 맞습니다. 이걸 반박하잖아요? 반박하는 사람은 다 프로토스예요. 너프를 좀 해줘야 될 것 같은데 무조건 해야 돼요. 해줘야 돼가 아니고 해야 돼요. 딜레이를 주든가 걔네는 내려서 바로 때린단 말이에요. 그런 것 좀 없애든가 아니면 태우는 거를 다시 옛날로 롤백 시키던가. 존재감이 없다. 잘한다 생각하거든요. 잘하는데 생각해보면 IM도 4강 올라갔거든요. 4강 못 간 것 같아요. 게임적으로는 그래도 되게 열심히 하기도 한다 들어가지고 잘하기도 하고 우승자잖아요. 사람들은 우승했는지 잘 모르는 것 같은데 어쨌든 우승자거든요. 그러다 보니 그냥 클래스가 있는 거예요.
영우야, 공식 방송인데 욕하지 마라. 정발의 끝을 보여줄게.
준호 형, 제가 연습 도와주면서 1등으로 올라가라고 했잖아요. 아니, 준호 형 웃긴 게 저한테 그 올라간 날에 카톡으로 연습 고마운데 2등으로 올라가라 이러는 거예요. 아니, 제가 그렇게 1등으로 올라가라고 말했는데 왜 분열기를 자기 사도에 터뜨렸을까요? 그것만 아니었으면 1등이었을 텐데 참 안타까운 것 같고, 이번엔 형 이기고 결승 갈게요. 결승 가는 게 아니고 우승할게요, 이번에.
Round of 8.
All right, well, good to see from them. They didn't draw each other, did they?
No, but Dark spoke the heart of every Zerg player.
That is true. He's like, well, they've got Immortals and Archons.
Just used his interview to talk to Blizzard. That was basically the whole thing.
I love how he was like basically like looking straight into the camera, right into like, you know, the soul of every balanced designer. Is like, look, 5,800, 6,800, equal on the ladder. Some strong words from an incredibly biased player. I once interviewed Dark, and he told me there's no way a Zerg player can all in. I'm like,
kind of
okay.
True.
So there's some memes there, but for the most part, he is the last non-Protoss hope in the tournament. And for Hero, you know, you were saying he's playing better than ever, so maybe it's his time.
Yeah, it could be. I still feel like this is a really hard match for Hero. I think Dark is, if not one of the best Zerg players against Protoss out of everybody.
I feel like he has been for just a very long time,
yeah,
too.
And he's only been practicing ZVP, so this is his match, really, Dark's match to win.
Well, we're starting off this match on Thunderbird.
Which is Dark's pick, into Kairos, which is a good, you know, Immortal Sentry map. Into King's Cove, which is not a good Immortal Sentry map.
Okay.
Into New Repugnancy, which is okay.
Okay.
And then into Turbo Cruise, which nobody wanted to play. Apparently.
Who knows? That's the last one. Let's get into the first game. It's on Thunderbird. Here we go. Hero versus Dark.
게임이 시작됩니다.
Well, this is already really interesting. He's building the pylon really far forward. He's going to wall the ramp.
Triumphant Song Gaming. Hero.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a newer map, so like you're just gonna try everything once.
Yeah, but to break it out in GSL, it has to be good. You must have practiced it.
Yeah, I guess you throw it in here or never. His opponent,
Gosu Crew.
Wait.
Dark.
So the meme has been Dark said 12 pool is like one of the best builds ever, and I know it's not for a fact.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody knows it's not for a fact. And he didn't do it this game. Like 12 pool is actually really good here because it takes so many buildings to wall off this ramp.
I mean, I'm guessing that's why most people don't wall off their ramp,
Yeah.
right?
But
well,
clearly Hero did not care what Dark said about 12 pool.
Also, yeah, Dark is not caring what Dark said about 12 pool too.
Well, my hypothesis is that Dark said he likes 12 pool, but doesn't like 12 pool.
Dark does this. He's the biggest like cognitive dissonance master out there.
It's a big word.
Especially when he talks about balance. He's just like, well, I can't do anything, and all the other players get to play with like 3 hands. I don't know.
Canada loves Dark. I agree. Canada does love Dark.
Wow.
I speak for Canada as well.
Too many no regrets down there in the audience.
Yeah, Canada loves Dark. So this is going to be interesting. Dark already not doing what he said he would do, so I think that was a bit of a play around, you know, trying to mess with Hero a bit.
Now, do you think if you're Dark, you ever just try to play standard? Because
Yeah,
I feel
sure.
like for Dark, he's always been the one to get crazy and mix everything up.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do that against someone like Hero because Hero also does that.
Yeah, that's right.
I think, oh, this looks like a Stargate. Is this, no, never mind. Yeah, this gas is late, okay? This is just a Robo with a late gas. Might be a fake, actually. You see, he sees the Cybercore not being researched. Okay, there's Warp Gate. This looks like a Stargate because you see only Adepts and a late Warp Gate, right?
So then for Dark, I mean, he's got to have a plan of his own, but it's not 12 pool, so he's not going to try to do anything to punish this wall. Actually, does he even know about that? Yeah.
So he does. Yeah, he's just gonna play reactive. Like he's not. There's nothing he's gonna do that's crazy. He's just gonna build drones reactively.
You know, he hasn't been set behind at all. I mean, he's gonna expect the Adept coming in at a pretty normal time.
Yeah, this is nothing crazy here. One guy on gas, like everything is normal. He's just going to be building drones.
So what is the biggest benefit that Hero gets from walling at his natural instead of his main?
So the way this map works is this is the only ramp to the third base right now. You have to mine out the other area if you want to get to the third base. So if you wall this, your third base is free to take.
So I think at least one of the mineral patches has been mined out in the path to the third base.
No.
Somebody mined out a mineral.
He mined out one in the middle.
Okay.
Hero did. It'd be a little
Sorry,
weird
I'm
if
bad
Dark
at keeping
did.
track of which of our mineral patches are mined out.
Yeah. So there's not much he can do to abuse this. And that's fine. I think Hero doesn't even care. He's not going to take the third. He's just trying to mess with Dark a bit. This is a bit of a mind game by the looks of it. Might lose both adapts. Loses one for sure.
Oh, second
pretty
one
close.
very low.
Okay. Saving that is a pretty big deal. Prism is out. This looks like he doesn't plan to take the third, though, like I said. We haven't seen a forge or anything. We see 3 gates. It looks more like aggression to me.
Yeah, but I think the real
no gas either.
Telltale is like, what is Dark's reaction to this going to be? Because
it should just be a Roach Warren and play pit safe. Dark already knows something might be up. He doesn't have a scout on the gases, which is the biggest tell. So he can't be for sure. Like, he can't know for sure, but he's also just playing it cautiously. He's building a lot of units. That Immortal is, like, definitely not supposed to be out here. Yeah, you turn around. I was going to say, there's no way. Like, you just walk an Immortal away without a Prism. That's just crazy.
I thought he was, like, walking it to the Prism, but I was like, wait, no, it's on the other side of the map. So
yeah, he might have rallied it there by mistake.
Yeah, probably just a Robo Rally.
Just turns it around. So far, pretty okay. 42 drones to 35. If he starts producing Roaches now, he's in a good spot, but it's kind of blind, really.
Yeah, I mean, Dark said that, you know, it was the Hero's strength was that it's hard to find his weakness, so I guess that could play into his decision-making, saying, okay, I'll just play reactively this game.
It's not very many gateways. You know, it's only 40 drones to 37 probes.
Yeah, that's actually not as high a probe number as I would have expected. Getting a nice around there, at least attempting.
That actually went really well for Hero.
Yeah, I think Dark didn't expect there to be like that trailing Immortal coming from behind, and now Hero's just crushing everything. What?
Dark stopped at 40 drones. If he dies here to this is going to be really weird.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have that much. There's a couple of Roaches popping out now. The Lings coming through, trying to wrap around the other side.
The Prism's
dropping so low. No, my God! No way!
What? That's his only job.
He picked it up and then lost it immediately.
Okay, well, this is going to get pushed back, but look at the worker count.
Yeah, I mean, so there's two things. First of all, Dark doesn't have a lot of workers.
If he loses this Immortal, that'd be really bad. Looks like he will.
Yeah, I think he is going to lose. I guess that means he has, what, like 1 Immortal back at home?
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is that this counterattack might just kill Hero.
Yeah.
Hero's not in a bad spot economically speaking.
Recall. Wait, did that corrosive bile?
Yeah, it went off.
Okay.
It hit.
It did, yeah, it looked weird there at the end. But anyway, there's a non-stop chain of Roaches flooding across the map. Lings coming through. Ravagers. How do you stop this with no Immortals?
Yeah, if he has no Immortals here, you don't. If there's an Immortal here, then maybe you can.
He probably has one, right?
Yeah, he should at least have one, but he doesn't look like he does.
Wow, okay, well,
41 workers to 45. Hero is still ahead in workers. This is too big, though. This is too big of a push. I actually feel like Hero was in a really good spot until he lost his Prism.
Yeah, that micro where he lost both the Prism and I think an Immortal inside it.
Yeah, if he doesn't lose the Prism, he picks up 2 Immortals and walks away. And he's in the same spot now, except he has 2 Immortals and possibly a third base.
Yeah, well, and a Prism. So
and a Prism.
That is.
Which means he has another Immortal at home because he had to build the Prism again.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn. Well, not a great time
is he
for
pushing out this madman.
How are you trying to push after you just lost everything?
Well, I don't know.
Let's see what the double hallucinated Phoenix info gives him. Probably information that says it's not time to push.
No. Yeah, you definitely do not push this. You just go home. Okay, he's building a robotics. This looks like it might actually be Disruptor. Right? You wouldn't go Colossus after seeing that many Roaches.
I mean,
Disruptor's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, there's not really anything else.
And a second Robo.
Well, I mean, at this point, Dark has certainly secured his side of the map.
Did Hero scout a lair?
I mean,
I don't even know if there's a lair.
I don't think he got all the way
to
there's a lair. Phoenix, but yeah, there's a lair.
Okay. The only thing that would be really scary for Hero here is if Dark goes Spire rather, because Mutas would be devastating against double Robo, but it actually looks like Infestation Pit.
You know, that is something that Dark did the last time these guys played, which I think was last season in group stage. And Dark had a late game Muta switch that totally killed Hero. So it'd be a little bit of history.
Late game mutas wouldn't be as good as like mutas right now. Like if the Spire was like halfway done right now, Hero would actually just be dead. Like, yeah.
Well, it is those disruptors that you were talking about, no regrets. So, I mean, that's going to play into this just non-stop Roach Ravager ground army.
Yeah.
I mean, Roach Speed will help like a little bit, but...
Disruptor's not very good against Swarm Host though, and that's what he's doing.
Well, I mean, there's this meme with Dark and Swarm Hosts where he's like consistently has total tragedies with the Swarm Host. Wow, how did that Ling get in?
I don't know, but it's gutted the Disruptors.
Damn,
so.
that's huge.
You think he goes Disruptor drop? He's getting a Prism speed.
Look at that Ling. I mean, I think the speed could just help overall, but yeah, maybe with the Disruptors.
There's 8 Swarm Hosts. Here we go. This is going to be a longer game, I think. Unless this just kills him, in which case
Swarm Host says it's going to be a longer game, especially if it were old Storm Host.
Well, maybe not, actually. This game might just end here.
Oh, especially if he can't. Oh, wow. That was...
I don't know if I would have picked
that was
that
a game of chicken. I thought for sure it was going to hit.
Actually, this is the perfect attack timing because the Swarm Hosts are not in critical mass. I think 8 Swarm Hosts is not enough to really put a dent in this army, and it's mostly Roach Ravager here. This
Also,
is like the perfect attack time.
If you can get the Locust to drop on something and then pick it up immediately in the War Prism, then the first wave, you're hardly ever going to get a second wave. So
I agree.
Trying to fish things out with these Purification Novas.
Oh, those are big hits.
Yeah, grabs a couple.
And he's just going to leave now. He's
yeah.
Good about it? Nice.
Yeah, and he can keep chaining this together one right after another and even pick them up if they're in danger.
The Locusts are just not going to do anything. They're about to explode. Right about and explode.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, so the first wave of Locust is completely... Oh my god, wait. What? Why do you leave a Disruptor in the wall? That doesn't...
It was actually just rallying.
Okay, well, that's not
this is a good way to lose the game.
Nidus Worm detected. No regret.
Yeah. Looks like Hero's just going for it.
Yep. I mean, he kind of has to put the pressure on. Where are those Novas going?
Well, he was about to Zealot, or Nova his Zealot, so he pulled them back.
Well, here come the Swarm Hosts. They're coming back home, and I think the hold's going to look good. Nova's not actually that great. The Zealots are in high numbers here, but Locusts are helping clean them up and occupy them.
The Roaches are on top of the Disruptors.
Yeah, well, the Defiler, or not Defilers, the Ravagers actually all going down to the Zealots in the background. And
that was a big hit.
I mean, the hits keep coming.
Yeah, Hero's going to die, though.
They'll stop coming.
If it wasn't for what was going on the other side of the map, Hero would actually have this game very easily.
These Disruptor hits are gigantic, but there's just not enough.
Not enough here. And also on the other side, there's just no economy left. 18 workers to 46. This should be a GG. Should be going down any minute now.
Dark killing everything with that Nidus. So gigantic. And he will take game number 1 against Hero.
Yeah, I think that was a bit sloppy by Hero, honestly. Like the Prism control, losing the Prism and an Immortal inside, really not good. And then just leaving your wall open, really not good.
Like, you think how different the game would have been. The follow-up push does so much better.
He can be greedier too. Like, he could have had his third faster. He could have had another Immortal.
Hero just getting a little bit ahead of himself. But certainly Dark doing a great job playing that sort of more reactionary style. I like the Swarm Host touch at the end, but I think the big victory is holding off that first big Hero push.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't amazing because he had so few drones, but what can you do, really?
Well, you can go on the map too. It's on Kairos Junction. And, I mean, this is Hero's map pick. It's a much better map, I think, for that kind of style he was going to try to play.
I almost promise you.
Well, we're not the only ones that know that. Dark knows, as he said in his interview, which ones the good units are. So I don't think it's a mystery that we're looking forward to seeing that here on this map. So let's get into it. Game number 2 on Kairos Junction.
It is Hero.
Triumphant Song Gaming, Hero.
Wow, you guessed right. Congratulations.
Yep.
You know, we don't have nameplates when it first comes up, so it's a 50-50 every time.
Yeah, it could be Dark Scrotas, I guess.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. This is
Gosu Crew, Dark.
Alright, so we see a hatch first. Could be something like I would love to see like a cannon rush or something, but we probably won't see it. Oh, Proxy? He's gonna block the hatch or the Nexus.
Yeah, he did this against Hero last time they played too.
This is really good. This makes a lot of sense, especially on this map.
Yep. Oh,
that's Chance, by the way. He just said hi to me in the elevator.
Oh wow, what a cool guy.
Oh.
Wait, what is he doing? Is he proxy hatching?
No, he's gonna proxy the net. He's just waiting.
Okay.
There you go. I was confused for a second too. Oh, he's gonna get blocked. No, this is what he was trying to avoid. He wants to take it so bad. Oh, look at the second probes too.
Wow,
this
he
is going
almost
really
got
badly.
far enough away to do it.
Okay, Dark's given up on it already. He's built a spawning pool in his gas. So now he's just blocking it like a Protoss would.
Wow.
How does it feel?
How the tides have changed.
Yeah.
Or turned. Whatever tides do.
Yeah.
In pods.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
They go in and out, I guess.
Yeah, they clean our laundry. What a great thing. Well, he's trying to gas steal that for a second, I thought, but unfortunately,
Yeah, he's just being annoying.
Yeah.
This is what it
can't
feels
do
like to be a Zerg player. I hope if you're a Protoss player, you see what it looks like, and what it feels like if we do the same to you.
I feel like all Zerg players just wish that they could make a Protoss player walk a mile in their shoes.
Well, this is basically what Dark is doing.
Yeah.
Because this is what probes do to us.
So annoying. Well, yeah, he almost stole the natural.
It's actually not bad, you know? Thinking about it from a strategic standpoint, if he gets the hatch block, that's really nice. If he doesn't, he still gets to scout the robo. A free scout, even.
Yeah, and it's a little bit lost mining time, but I think you make that up in the end. It's not
Totally
like
worth
it's a super big deal.
Yeah.
So what is he looking to scout here? He obviously sees the gases, sees the robo, and
there's nothing else you can see because this drone's gonna die.
Or
eventually.
is it?
It will definitely die.
They regenerate though.
Oh.
Okay, well they especially die if you don't move them. So.
Yeah, it was on a weird patrol.
Whoops.
But it was gonna die anyways. The adept would go up in the main or whatever. Because he can't let them see too much. Like when you start adding on your gateways, that's a big thing to not show the Zerg player. All right.
Well. Waiting to see those gateways being added on. Just utilizing the robo for that prism and letting those in is not good.
This is really annoying. Even if he just kills all these links, it's really annoying. Good control.
Save the one. Whoa! Almost gets it off. Second adept survives.
30 probes to 22 drones already, by the way. That's
one of those numbers is bigger than the other.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for Dark, economically speaking. I think if Hero goes for an Immortal Sentry, he's not going to have the economy needed to actually win this game. So I'm a little bit scared for him. Also, there's no counterattack possibilities here. If you see the wall, it's basically tight for Banelings. It's a gate, cyber gate, and a stalker. Pretty sure that means it takes 10 Banelings or something like that, so never going to happen.
Yeah, realistically. So what's the play here? I think Hero is really kind of exhausted every option.
And he can't, so... Oh, this is
no
big.
way! All right, well...
Okay, well...
That answers my question.
Yeah, this is very big. I don't know why he keeps doing this.
Why would you need an Itis if you just run the Lings in anyway?
Yeah, this is a pretty big misplay from Hero. Only losing 2 probes so far, so not really punished.
Yeah, well, he still might lose some in the natural, but for the most part, this is pretty well defended. I definitely thought that was going to get more damage.
33 to 36 still, though, so the probe count is still way higher than the drone count.
Oh, he's going back in for it. That was cute micro there at the end. But
adding on the gases after the probe, or the Zergling dies. I don't know if Dark can tell that this is not an all-in yet. I think there's not enough gateways there.
I was looking to see where the Overlord was near the base, but it's near the main, not the natural.
Oh, this is so smart from Hero. As long as he doesn't just get run by again. I'll be so sad if there's nothing in the wall again. Please.
Uh-oh.
Please.
Well, that's what our observer is showing us. That is, in fact, a wide open wall.
No.
Oh, he's so close. No! Letting all those Zerglings all the way into the main man. Hero just needs a depot.
This is a nice wall in the main, actually. There's not really... Yeah, this feels bad, but at the same time, Hero is actually playing a defensive game and Dark is being aggressive, so this is not bad for Hero.
Well, big surprise, Dark playing aggressively, but I think Hero playing defensively is a little bit more surprising to me. Oh, losing 4, maybe even 5? Looks like it's just 4.
I think once he sees all these roaches and links, he feels like $1 million.
Hero does.
Yeah, Hero feels like $1 million right now. Because he needs to know that this is obviously units that aren't drones. So, and he can't really push across the map with these. He could try, but chances are like these Immortals are just going to destroy anything that comes across the map. As long as Hero does a really good job of controlling it.
Well, I mean, we saw that little mess up in game number 1 that was pretty big.
True.
But he should kind of say...
This is a big all-in, and Hero has not taken his 3rd yet.
Yeah, I guess the Overlord there could... I don't think you can see the mineral patch for the 3rd.
So he knows. He has to know. There's way too many Lings for it to not be an all-in. Like, Lings feel so bad on the defense. So, but they're pretty good on the offense.
Well, the Lings are out there on the map, but...
Oh, he's going for it. This is so smart. Normally, Protosses would be freaking out right now, bring these Immortals at home, but he's not. I really like this play. because this kind of forces units to be at home no matter what, and if he doesn't leave units here, he can do some drone damage.
Yeah, I mean, already Dark's drone count is pretty low, all things considered.
Yes.
So you definitely don't want to take any more of that. So, I mean, at least he knows where the prism is. That's going to help him.
I don't know what Dark is doing here. Like, he's just pumping Roach Ling still. No drones, just Roach
22
Ling.
Lings on the way, yeah.
Like, that's so many Lings. Oh, what?
What is he doing?
Please don't move
Why
out.
are those Ravagers there? I mean, I guess I know where they're there, but I mean, is this going to be good enough?
What?
Look at how much damage is being reduced there. I mean, thankfully some of the sentries are going down. How good are these force fields? The answer's pretty good, but they don't actually stop the sentries from going down. The Lings actually break through in a big way.
Well, Dark wins this game.
And now everything's dead. So
I don't understand why we were moved out. Like, we had full vision that he wasn't building drones with the Prism.
yeah, I was also pretty confused about this. This is
Oh, can he save all of them? He can save almost all of them.
Whoa!
Oh, okay, 3 of them.
Yeah,
Good.
3 out of 4 is not bad, but I
he
mean,
can still hold. But this was way harder than
he
it should
lost
be now.
so much there. He lost every single sentry.
Yeah, this was supposed to be 100 times easier because he was supposed to just sit at home with these.
Well, I mean, this is still going to be an incredibly difficult hold to come down, especially if he lands some of those biles chipping away.
I feel like Hero misread this a little bit.
Yeah, also his army was maybe a little bit too overconfidently positioned out there on the map.
I think what Hero read this as is, oh, Dark is really scared of my all-in, you know? Like, I should attack him, which is weird.
Yeah, in fact, Dark was not scared of his all-in. He crushed it.
For it, too.
So.
Well, he was going to all-in him. Okay, so now I think Dark is in a great spot. I don't know how Hero can really push. Also, the third base is starting to get droned up a bit. Hero's trying Robo Bay. I'd like. That allows him to, you know, go Disruptor if he's really far behind.
Oh no, not again. Not like this. A nice force field wall, but it doesn't really stop anything from getting through. And once again, history repeats itself. Dark killing everything.
Yeah.
Hero is just falling apart here.
Yeah, this is gotta be it. I don't know how you can really defend now because this army's already in your natural. GG's called, yeah.
Damn, Dark. Are we just gonna see a 2-3-0s today? No regret.
I hope not. This seems to happen every time I cast, though.
I mean, that would, yeah, the caster curse is alive and well here. Wow, what a dominant victory. Hero with his head in his hands. I mean...
Yeah, I think he has to know he's not playing well because this is not a loss that you should take.
Yeah.
Like, if you're that Protoss player, you're like, oh, if I don't move out, I can probably win this game.
Well, even then, it's fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I mean, you're going to lose the game at that point. Well, a not-so-triumphant song for Hero just yet, but let's see. Third map is it Kairos? No, King's Cove.
Which is Dark's pick. King's Cove is a really hard map to be aggressive on. So we'll see if he can do something here, but I feel like he won't be able to be honest.
Honestly, it looks like Hero's kind of getting in his own head a little bit about this. He knows he's kind of struggling with some obvious errors. But I mean, if you can sort of identify those deficiencies and fix them for this last game, maybe he'll be able to make a comeback. Let's get into King's Cove for game number 3.
게임이 시작됩니다.
In the bottom right corner.
Triumphant Song Gaming, Hero.
I was trying to tell who has the louder cheers, because these are both pretty popular players. And this is the Zerg player.
Gosu Crew, Dark.
Nice.
There
nice
we go.
save there.
Dude, Caster Park, he was introing him. He says the player name, and then he just pauses.
You gotta stop listening to Caster Park, man. You
Yeah,
gotta look at what's on
he
your
definitely
screen.
trolled me on that one. Well, anyway, the hatchery, nice to see it being built back at home this time, not trying to do any shenanigans.
One thing I would like to note to everybody who says 12 pool is good because Dark says it's good, 12 pool hasn't been seen once here.
You would think that Dark, as the evangelist of that build, or at least saying the build, not doing the build, would at least pull it out.
Yeah.
But maybe...
It's a mind game.
Yeah, maybe not only is it a mind game, but what if he also is saving it to pull it out when he plays the rest of the Protoss players?
Well, then you wouldn't say it's really good, would you?
Yeah, that would actually be a little bit counterintuitive. All right, I thought there was like some big brain way that he could do it, but no.
Well, Kate Cyber, before Nexus, this is quite uncommon, I think.
I mean, I guess, what is that? Just maybe you're worried?
Well, normally you go gate next to Cyber.
Yeah.
Sometimes with gas first, sometimes without, especially if you don't scout. Gas first is pretty good. But yeah, we don't see that. He's playing I don't feel like he's playing safe. I feel like he's playing more aggressive than safe. It tends to be that way, unless he is just playing really safe. The thing is, the Cybercore doesn't really save you from much, so...
Well, it's a building that exists and blocks, so, I mean, I guess that's the best you can say for that.
The only thing is the Adept is quite fast right now.
Yeah, I mean, the scouting information for sure is going to be good. Let's see what he does with it. Probe just now coming in.
Why even probe scout if you go gate Cyber?
Yeah, it does feel a little bit redundant. The Adept wouldn't be even that much later, and he's still going to be able to scout the third with the probe, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. I mean, there's got to be reasons for these things that I don't understand. Stargate on the way. I like it. We're going to shake it up a bit. I don't think RoboPlay has as much use on this map. The third base is quite hard to attack, and the fourth base is wide open, so...
Wow. Well, I mean, for the third base specifically, I mean, once that comes up, I mean, there's all the it's going to be super vulnerable to things like drops. That's something that Hero did quite extensively to get to this place. I'm sure Dark's aware of that, but oh no, he's going to let more Lings in.
Yeah,
wow.
that's okay. These are the first two. Can't really do much here unless your Adept stays at home.
I mean, information is one of those things that all Zerg players complain about. Like, I couldn't get in there and scout him. How am I supposed to know there's just... Oh, I mean, built it.
Yeah, here comes the counter damage, though. Good thing we've got scouting, because there's a bunch of our drones now.
I mean, what would you be doing with the Zerglings back at home? Defending?
Yeah.
Well, there they are.
So far, 3 drones, not the worst, but that's a pretty big deal. So.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, especially if you don't kill either Adept.
Oh, he's going to get out with both. Nice.
Yeah.
Well controlled, really well controlled.
Okay, so Hero's like on point with that. I'm still not totally sure about that opener, but we'll figure it out. Okay, right as we get done saying he has good control.
Well,
wow,
I mean,
thanks, Hero.
No amount of control will save you there.
Well, he could have like not stood them totally still.
Sure, I agree, but they still would have died.
Right. Well, he would have had to work for it. Maybe you hide them in a special place out there on the map.
Sure, that would have worked, I guess. Oracle on the way, still no Spore Caller, and this Queen is actually supply blocked. Uh-oh.
Is he really going to try to break through here? I mean, I guess there is only one Stalker, but...
He'll make you build a pylon.
Yeah, he'll just wall behind it. Okay, well, sucks to be that Stalker, but the Oracle actually should be okay.
Oh, this is cute.
One,
he's going to save 2 of them.
Yeah, it does save a couple of them. But hey, the Zerglings make it through and...
Killed the Stalker, too?
Yeah.
If you're quick enough, you could have sent your Overlord in because the Stalker's dead.
Oh, yeah, actually.
But he doesn't really need to because he already knows it's not a big all-in. Or at least it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, there are still going to be quite a few Zerglings out there, but it's not like you have to worry about those breaking through your wall, especially with Oracles out. But
yeah,
I mean,
Dark's drone count is still very low, by the way. He's also building 4 Overlords right now.
Yeah, I thought that was just because he had lost a few drones, but he didn't actually lose that many anyway. So
he lost 3.
Yeah, he would be at like 37 right now. So
I don't know about that one, but
not a huge one.
Out there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna like block the other angle, but I'm like, no.
Is that a 3rd? Or oh my God, it is. He's building a 4th Oracle too.
What? Okay.
Why? I wonder. I'm very curious. I mean, this is something unique. I haven't seen this too much.
Yeah, I mean, Mass Oracle was like a thing back in the day, but I don't know if you go up to 4.
Do you think is that a 2nd Robo? Oh my God, it is, isn't it? Is that a 2nd or the 1st one? I didn't see. That might be the 1st one, actually.
First one.
Okay. There's a thing you can do if you go like Stargates. If you go like double Stargate, double Robo, or something crazy like that. That's really annoying. Because you can't go Stargate or Spire units because they got Phoenixes, and you can't go ground units because they have Immortals.
What do?
You don't.
No, man, that's not a good option. I mean, I would like to see this be a close series. Obviously, 3-0s show that one player is very dominant, but for Dark, I definitely didn't expect it to kind of turn out this way. I really want to see what's going to happen with all these Oracles out on the map. What's the plan here?
I think the plan is just to revelate, make sure he's not going anything that you don't want him to. For example, Spire or, Nidus or something. And you just kind of try to pick off drones as you can, maybe stop them from taking up 4th. That's basically what you do. Yeah, there's quite a few Oracles to do that. Normally you'd only do it with 2, but 4 is maybe enough to snipe Queens. Looks like what he's going to try and do.
Going to try to do it. Gets 1. Is he going to get 2?
Might get 2.
Whoa! Very close, that heal. The new Transfuse actually almost better there in that situation because it keeps baiting the Oracles to come in.
Look at that.
Wow.
That was really nice control. Saving 3 Oracles, killing 2 Queens and 5 drones. Not quite enough units here, though. He should have left at least one Oracle at home.
Yeah, he's going to force a cancel, and I'm just like, okay, well, I guess he
either forced a cancel or kills 4 sentries here. Okay.
Yeah, going for the sentries by far, even just forcing out that energy is still a little bit of a
He
win.
wasn't going to get the cancel anyways. That was the best use of his money. All right, we see a Hydra Den and a Baneley Nest. This might be a longer game. This might be the longest game in the series.
Oh, well, of the day, too, because our first series was very short.
It's very possible.
As well. We're just going to be done in like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We're going to grab the money and leave.
Basically.
They'll never take it from us.
Hydra range first. That also shows a bit more of a defensive player. Double spines. He's just playing passive.
Yeah, I mean, it'll certainly help against the air for sure, but still coming in here, this is quite a bit of damage. 1, 2, 3, actually only 3 probes, or drones. I thought he was going to get a little bit more than that.
He's doing a good job. The one thing that's odd is the probe to drone count is really different. 61 probe or drones to 44 probes. It's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, he definitely stopped a little bit early there.
Still has no probes at his third.
Yeah, I was thinking, so he goes up to 3 bases, but then he also stops probe production, so...
I feel like he should not be stopping probe production.
I mean, he definitely needs to keep the immortal count up.
Oh, there's double robo. Oh my god. That is a million immortals.
Well, yeah, so he has a million immortals, but he doesn't really have that great an economy, so...
I think this might even be an all-in.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, he definitely is thinking only about the other side of the map, not about building more units that mine minerals.
If the Bane speed gets up, though, I don't know how you do this. Also, look at the creep. The creep is covering his base. This is one hell of a push, but I don't think it can do much, to be honest. He's going to hit, actually, right when Baneley speed finishes. Did it already finish?
I mean, it's, yeah, I think it already did, yeah.
It either finished or I canceled it. I don't think he would cancel it, so...
Man, we are really going the distance.
Oh, he did cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Bane dropping. Oh my god, this is so smart.
What is this, 2012? I don't know.
This is going to work, most likely, as long as he keeps his army clumped.
Nice cancel there, coming up. I mean, this is it for Hero. He's got to push up this ramp, and here we go.
Here it goes.
The reign of the Bane, causing a lot, I guess, lots of pain there.
Oh, actually, not doing too much, to be honest.
It blows up all of the sentries, though. But,
yeah, but
look
we've
at these
got immortals, yeah. And he still has 3 sentries here. He can do another Force Shield. He's not.
Whoa, the Banelings run in, the Banelings run out. Can't explain that. Some decent Baneling connections there, right in the middle of everything, but look at the Warp Prism Micro. Those Immortals are staying alive with just slivers of HP. There's still plenty of Hydras, though, or is there?
There is, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna break this.
Wow, that was so close. Volatile just perched on a knife's edge. But yeah, in the end,
really
everything's gonna die here.
I don't think you can even build probes out this from this position. Okay, he started his probe production. What's the upgrades actually? Maybe he can.
That was incredible.
He has better upgrades. Maybe he can. He needs a Templar Archives.
I almost thought for sure that Dark was just super dead there. And then, or after the Banelings didn't work. But he actually did get a couple of decent connections after that, even though they weren't in the drops anymore.
Not going to be able to hold this. This is a big, big attack.
Especially not losing these sentries. Trying to hold it off by microing these Immortals, but they don't deal well.
And the 2 in their base. This should be it. 1 Immortal goes down. Probes are fighting.
Dark is about to give us our second 3-0 of the day. We are speed running this round of 8.
Oh, he's dancing!
Oh no! I love it!
Oh!
Get out of my game! So sick to see the machismo, the charisma, the chutzpah of our Zerg player here. Dark, this is why you love him, it's why you hate him. Dark, 3-0 Hero to advance to the semifinals. GSL.
What a cheeky way to do it.
Damn.
Dancing his units after 3-0.
I love it. Wow. Well, it doesn't get much more dominant than that. I love it. Right after you BM your opponent, you go over to shake his hand. He's like, I would have just turned around the other way. No mercy there. Wow, Dark, a stone cold killer. And I can't wait to see what he has to hear about it, or hear what he has to say about it. Some of those synesthesias out there, I don't know. Well, we are about ready to head over to that interview right now, so let's throw it over to Guri, Dark, and Andy for the translation. After this musical interlude.
A little early.
We've got to jam out here for a second. Captain Park's just really excited about
Hello guys, we're going to have an interview with Dark, the last qualifier in the round of 8. Congratulations. Thank you.
유일무이한 적으로서
You are now the sole Zerg player remaining in the round of 4. How do you feel?
사실 제가 준비하면서 스트레스를 너무 많이
You know, I've
받아가지고
gained a lot of
얼굴도
stress
막
in my
여드름도
preparation.
많이
You know, I have acne as well.
저는 오히려 좀 대회에서 잘 되는 것 같아요.
And I think I tend to play better on stage actually.
이번엔 힘들겠다.
And this time around, I felt like
패치되고 나서
it was gonna be difficult for me to make it out of the round of 8.
막상 대회 오니까 정말 잘 돼서
But you know, on stage, I played with
준비가
confidence.
정말 너무 좋았던 것 같아요.
You know, you
오늘
played really well today.
투자전의 전환점이 될 것 같습니다. 그동안 프로토스의 막강한
The
올인율을 대비하기
Protoss
위해서
have been
저그가
dominating the
보여줬던
GSL
건
so
먼저
far.
맞고 선 수비 후
And
운영의
you know, you
느낌이었는데
played so well
오늘
against the
박명호
Protoss
선수가
player today.
보여주신 걸 보니까 공격이 최선의
And I
방어다
feel like
이런 생각이 나거든요.
the offense is the best defense.
사실 준비해온 건 이게 전혀 아니었고요.
You know, this was not what I intended to play today, and not what I prepared.
공격적으로 해서 말리게 해서
And
보이게 해보겠다.
you know, I changed my strategy today by going on the offense
환영하거든요.
rather than defense.
공격적인 선수라서 그냥 한번 해보자.
And Hero is also a very offensive player,
좀 떠보자.
so I felt like I had to verse him in offense versus offense.
네, 원래 박명호 선수가 의도했던 것과는 조금
So you're
차이가
saying that you
있었네요.
used a different strategy
오늘
to what you
정말
have
멋진
prepared.
장면이 많이 나왔습니다.
Today was
하이라이트
full of
선수에서
highlights.
보여주신 조합, 와 바퀴를 다 괴멸충으로 바꾸고
And you
링
changed
다수의 그
all the
조합이
roaches
되게
to
괜찮았어요.
Ravagers, and the Zergling and the Banelings were
추가 데미지가
fantastic.
들어갈 유닛이 하나도 없더라고요. 그 조합도 그 연구의 흔적이 정말 느껴졌어요.
You know, what do you think of the competition today?
근데 사실 정말 그 타이밍만 노리고
To be honest,
준비를 한 거라서
you know, I prepared it all
그게 좀더
for
모으고
just for
왔으면
that
더 좋았을
timing,
것 같은데
and I feel like I could have accumulated a bit more Zerglings for the Overload drop.
오늘 이렇게 맹독충 B도 정말 멋있게 화끈하게
You know, the Baneling drop has been really fantastic.
2019년 오프라인 프로토스전 승률이 왜 프로 80%를 넘느냐.
And
이
that
프로토스
today
시대에
definitely showed why
이렇게
you're
잘하는
so
이유가
strong against
무엇인가 잘
Zerg
보여주신
players.
것 같거든요. 솔직히 프로토스 사기가 아니라 프로토스 내 한 끼 식사.
Honestly
이렇게
speaking,
말씀하셔야 어울리는
I feel like
거예요.
Protoss is not that hard for you. To be honest, Protoss is OP.
오늘 3대 0으로 이겼는데
So you beat the Protoss player 3-0 today. Can you still say Pusagi, which means Protoss
잘
OP?
준비해오고 잘한 거라서 이긴 거지.
Yes, it's irrelevant. Protoss is still OP, and I just practiced well.
네, 4강 4토스를 막은 박명호
So
선수
you ruined
정말
the dream of all
이번
Protoss
시즌
players
기대가 되는 게
of having 4 Protoss in the round 4.
선수에 대해서 일단 어떻게 생각하시는지 궁금해요.
안 그래도 제가 옛날부터 좀 기운 코인 해가지고
You know, from before,
나중에 잘할 거다.
I always held Hurricane in high respect, high regard,
진짜로 만나게 될 줄은 몰랐고.
and I didn't think I would actually meet him in the round 4.
잘하긴 하는데
He's a great player,
고생 많았다.
but you know,
생각만
this
해도
is the end for you.
행복하세요?
아니 근데 방심을 좀 안 하려고요.
But I cannot let my guard down.
방심하지 않겠다. 이번 시즌 정말 각오가 대단하신 것 같은데요. 안 그래도 팬분들 역시 이 유일무이한 박명호 선수에게
All the fans are rooting for you as you're the only Zerg player in the round of 4.
마지막으로 각오
Any
한
last
말씀
words to your
해주시죠.
fans?
이제 결승 아니 4강 4푸전도 막았으니까
You know,
결승전도 푸푸전
I've defended the 4 Protoss from going to the round of 4. So I'll try my best
네.
for the remaining matches.
이런 쪽으로 관심 받는 걸 되게 좋아해가지고 옛날에도 뭐
You know, I'm kind of like an attention seeker.
제가 한창 잘했고 저는 오히려 이렇게 좀 궁지에 몰려야지 잘하는 거
So I think I tend to play better when I'm put into a corner.
기대해 주셔도 됩니다.
And I hope you look forward to my performance.
절호의 기회인 것 같은데요. 다시 한번 4강 진출
Once again,
축하드립니다.
congratulations on making it to the round of 4.
Well, that's going to do it for our interview. Thank you very much, Andy. And wow, we have been broadcasting for 1 hour and 40 minutes, no regret.
We should have did the other one too at the same time.
Yeah.
We should just did both semis.
We could
same
do
day.
both semifinals today and like be done in another couple hours.
You know, we could just play the round of 4 now. Do we even need Nick and Dan?
Yeah, sorry, Taste Hostess. We've got this covered today. But wow, what a day of games. Hurricane versus Dark is your one semifinal, and then Classic versus Trap is the other. Dark, the savior of humanity, preventing an all-Protoss semifinal.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this round of 4. It looks like it'll be really good matches.
More Dark is always good.
Yeah, hopefully Dark can continue the trend and have a PvZ final, not a PvP final.
I love those dancing hydras. I think Rotterdam told the story of like a viewer who like paid Dark like $100 to like play against him. He got one game and then bangly busted it in 4 minutes. I'm just like, I need more of this guy in my games. And here are those games, which will be coming up on Wednesday and Saturday at the same time. You guys always watch GSL. It's 6:30 p.m. KST on Wednesday, and then 1 p.m. KST on Saturday, next Saturday. That's this time.
Yep, classic trap PvP. But at least we could have had 7 Protoss too. So.
Yeah, you're definitely right. This is not the worst timeline. I love classics like Carolyn Consnar nonchalance right there. It's like, yeah, I'm badass and dreaming with Tasteless. Well, Tasteless is maybe out there dreaming as well. So big thanks to everybody who came down here and witnessed this. You know, I feel like you guys got off the train and now you just got to get right back on again.
Might even get a free transfer.
Oh, we're almost that fast. Wow, what a day. What did you think of today's games, other than they were just really fast?
Well, I thought Hurricane stepped up his game. He felt like it was really solid PvP. I thought Hero played subpar to Hero. No offense, but you know, he just kind of played into Dark a lot, made a lot of mistakes. He lost Prisms with Immortals inside them.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of his momentum. His attacks didn't make too much sense, maybe trying to play a lot of mind games that didn't really work out.
Yeah, he also like pushed out a couple of times when he could have known that Dark was maybe coming to all in him. He did it once and then twice, so.
But other than that, yeah, it was pretty good games.
That's right. Ticket info is right down below our screen, and so that is where you can go for the finals, which will be right here at the Freak Up Studio. Don't miss those. I think the best storylines are either Hurricane getting to his first finals ever, which would be gigantic. Classic winning the last finals before he goes to the military.
Dark winning too.
Dark actually would be sick because he has an SSL championship, but still chasing that GSL.
We have a lot of good storylines. You definitely should come to the finals regardless of if it's a PvP or not.
That's right. And you should also watch the KSL StarCraft 1 finals, which will be coming up not too long from now on twitch.tv/StarCraft. I know maybe we have a lot of just only StarCraft 2 people, but check it out. It'll give you a wider appreciation for the game for sure. Lots of StarCraft going on. We've also got GSL 2 more times, and I'm being told to remind you all to keep your raffle tickets that you get when you come into the GSL studio, because we'll be doing that giveaway almost immediately after the games are done. Photo books, t-shirts, scarves.
Scarves in summer, but you know.
We might give away No Regret at the end of the day's show.
Possible.
We don't know. But you definitely should keep your tickets because there's cool stuff on the way.
Indeed.
But, well, that's going to do it for today's games. I was pretty happy with the way that things went.
I would have preferred 3-2s, but you know, 3-3-0s.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the more Protoss shenaniganry. I guess there's plenty more of that coming up, though, so we're going to get our money's worth there. Thank you so much for watching or coming down wherever you are. It's been a great day of GSL. I hope to see you back here for the semifinals next week. Have a good night.
This is my world.
Let's make it count. I must practice stories.
Next, GSL Season 2. Renaissance.